Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We're going to get started in about 15 seconds. All right, let's do this. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the NYC Accelerator's first Spring 2022 Symposium. Super excited for everyone to be here. We're very excited to be here finally in person for the first time since this iteration of the program started. My name's Luke Sarawick. I'm the program manager for the Accelerator. And before we dive in, I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Building Energy Exchange for hosting us today, and all the partners and the whole team that made this event possible. So today we'll you'll hear from some opening remarks from Sam Mann from the Mayor's Office of Climate and Environmental Justice. Then you'll hear from myself giving some program updates about the Accelerator, as well as Jessica Horn, our marketing manager, to talk about some of the things we've been up to over the last year. With that, Sam?
Great, thank you, Luke. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? All right, yeah, so thank you again. I'm Samuel Mann, Senior Policy Advisor at the Mayor's Office of Climate and Environmental Justice. I'm not Kizzy Charles Guzman, but I am delivering remarks on her behalf. She couldn't be here this morning, but really wanted to, but unfortunately having some issues. But she is on the screen. Can you all see her? All right. Hi, Kizzy. Cool. So yeah, on behalf of Kizzy, on behalf of our office and our cities, thank you so much for being here today. You know, we're coming off of a really exciting Earth Day, Earth Week event. Many of you have probably seen the press. You know, there was so much momentum built, and Mayor Adams, as well as many other local elected officials, were there to help launch New York City's Accelerators Build National NYC campaign. You know, emphasizing the Accelerator as such a critical program to help achieve carbon reductions and achieve a carbon-free future for New York City. You know, we're gathering here today to continue the momentum from Earth Day and to keep making progress as New York City charts a pathway towards a healthier, more sustainable city for all. You know, it's going to take a full court press to reach our climate goals. An apt analogy given the NBA playoffs at the moment. With city policies and programs in place, you know, New York City Accelerator, we can really transform the future of our built environment. But we all need to come together and collaborate to achieve this goal. We need to act now to address environmental justice issues in New York City, to deliver a much needed additional support to communities that are most impacted by climate change. You know, recent research shows just how critical it is to act swiftly and effectively. Reports from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change have highlighted the risks that low-lying coastal cities like New York City face: longer, hotter heat waves, more flooding from rising sea levels, and higher intensity storms. You know, we've all been on a subway on a hot August day, so we know what that's like, and we're trying to avoid more of those. So we've already seen these impacts, you know, from recent storms just last year, from Henri and Ida. And if the number one action we can take is to reduce emissions, we should tackle that. All of us here today are familiar with this stat. In New York City, 68% of carbon emissions come from heating, cooling, and powering our 1 million buildings. To tackle this issue, we start by making energy efficiency and renewable energy upgrades across all buildings, and in as many buildings as possible to slash carbon emissions. We work with communities that have been historically underserved to provide additional assistance to ensure a just future. Delivering services through the lens of environmental justice ensures that communities at the highest risk will benefit the most from reduced emissions across the 5 boroughs. Everyone here today has a role to play in that effort. New York City Accelerator is designed to help our city transform how our buildings are built and operate. And while the program conducts direct outreach to buildings, it is designed to serve as a connector in the market. Each of you are critical in supporting the services delivered by the program. Your own organizations provide critical services to the building industry, whether it's education, construction, funding, community organizing. These offerings are how we transform the future of our city. And we are not only transforming the built environment, but also advancing a green workforce. The personalized assistance and resources provided by New York City Accelerator and its partners add up to big change. When building owners add solar panels to buildings or upgrade their old boilers to heat pumps, they're not only improving the efficiency of the city's buildings, but also redefining the way our city functions. When we talk about energy efficiency and renewable energy upgrades, we're talking about making our city better for everyone now and for future generations. NYC Accelerator celebrates the accomplishments of all our stakeholders and partners. That means all of you. We're here today to share the progress the team has made over the last couple of years, highlight new offerings and campaigns, and to gather your feedback on future offerings. We are here to celebrate the strides that buildings and partners have made in extending the NYC Accelerator's services to a broader audience. You'll want to stay tuned for that exciting announcement. One building upgrade at a time will achieve critical carbon reductions in hundreds and thousands of buildings across the city to get closer to reaching our goal of carbon neutrality by 2050. What an exciting time it is to be involved in this work. I truly believe that we are seeing and learning about many buildings that are actively embracing electrification and decarbonization strategies. We see community organizations and individuals all rallying for change in their homes, in their offices, and across the city. Opportunities abound for this program to collaborate with partners like you and to help buildings meet their goals. Together, we're opening up access to use this wide array of tools and programs currently available to accelerate a just transition to carbon neutrality. It's an honor to be a part of this work. Look forward to continued collaboration with all of you, and together we'll get it done. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. I already messed up the slides, so thank you, Kizzy. Kizzy is the Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of Climate and Environmental Justice, and thank you, Sam, for stepping in. Really appreciate it. And maybe you'll get a kick of the before and after pic of me over here too. Also acknowledging Natasha Offman, who is our events and outreach coordinator. She really made this all possible. So huge shout out to Natasha for putting it together and not being able to be here because she couldn't be here. So we heard opening remarks. We're going to talk a little bit about program updates. Then we're going to go into breakout sessions. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. All right. So going to talk a little bit about goals here. So the Accelerator program is an expansion of the previous iterations of our program. So this is technically the third iteration of the program. We were working on first was the NYC Clean Heat program, the Retrofit Accelerator, and now the NYC Accelerator. So with each program iteration, we have bigger goals, bigger things on our plate. So here with this program cycle, we're trying to achieve around 6,000 building decarbonization projects. So that's impacting, working with almost 6,000 building owners to implement anything from solar to energy efficiency work and everything in between, HVAC systems, obviously, and things like that. The biggest portion of the goal, it comes from the existing buildings, the large existing buildings sector. Obviously, with Local Law 97 coming down the pike, that's one of the primary reasons we're here and why we need to offer this assistance. And 60% or more from the assistance is really dedicated to the affordable housing sector. Other goals include placing 100 interns with our partnership with CUNY into existing clean energy and broader sort of real estate management firms and organizations that are working in our ecosystem here, and to recruit additional Carbon Challenge participants and help with the Carbon Challenge expansion. Additionally, we're also working on and have worked on launching the PACE Hub. So with the passage of the PACE program, we're trying to accelerate and build up additional momentum in that space. So here's where we are right now. So each month we continue to expand and impact, have more impact across the city and get closer to our goal. We're currently began to assist over 2,800 buildings. So that's the amount of buildings we're currently working with and supporting. About 200 or so of those buildings are absolutely done. And, we're seeing that we're looking to basically work across buildings, across all the 5 boroughs. In terms of the internship program, we have about 39 CUNY students now currently placed across different organizations. So for those that may not know about this program, we work with CUNY to place STEM and social science background students into engineering, marketing, sustainability, and other firms existing in this ecosystem to help us, promote decarbonization and the important work that needs to happen over the next few years. And we're working with the Carbon Challenge. The Carbon Challenge is now, a little bit more connected with the program, and we have a Carbon Challenge specialist and a team that works with the mayor's office to implement. And we're working to adopt some new tools. So we're rolling out some new tools and things that will help folks track reductions and 97 potential targets, et cetera. And on PACE, we're well away on basically supporting the projects that we work with to see if PACE and other financing options are the right fit for them. So we have several of these projects in our pipeline, and we have a PACE financing specialist here today, Andrew, as well, who's supporting that work. So it's been going well, and we're continuing to build momentum for that. In terms of the service provider program, we've also launched a service provider program. As Sam mentioned, the big part of what we do is, help activate, educate, and then connect building owners and decision makers to service providers. We don't turn the wrenches in the buildings. We just help to connect the dots and make sure folks are connected with the right specialists to get the job done. Also proud of the fact that 16 of the firms are minority and women-owned businesses. So we're pushing towards that goal of 30% of the folks participating to be in that category. And then as of April, the team delivered a marketing toolkit to help service providers basically understand, help folks understand that they're part of the program and leverage our marketing, leverage our team to just get more clean energy projects done. In terms of our training goals, we are just a couple of months ago, over the last year, we've been working to launch all these different components of the program. We launched our New York City Accelerator Learning Center. And since then, we have over 120 requests to access the learning site. Over 40 users that are registered. So more or less about 40 people completed trainings. Some, take one, some take multiple trainings, but, with hundreds of trainings in our repertoire, we are, and partnerships with other training providers, such as Building Energy Exchange, Urban Green Council, North American Passive House Network, and CUNY Building Performance Lab, among others. We are, getting closer to that almost 1,000 mark there. So looking forward to continue to build that up. So now we will turn it over to Jessica to give us some updates about the marketing program and all of the things that we've been working on, especially over the last couple of months.
Thanks, Luke. Hi, everybody. My name is Jessica Horn. I'm the marketing manager for the NYC Accelerator. As Luke mentioned, I'm going to take a look back and a look ahead at some upcoming marketing campaigns that we have planned. Coming off of an exciting Earth Week that was mentioned previously, I'll briefly look back at the engagement that we had over the past month, as well as look ahead at a few campaigns we're planning for later this year. So NYC Accelerator launched the Building Action NYC campaign during Earth Week, as Sam mentioned. Building Action NYC is NYC Accelerator's campaign designed to spur action towards decarbonization, decarbonizing the city's building stock to accelerate progress towards carbon neutrality. And the campaign provides resources for all individuals to take action based on their profession or role as a New Yorker. The campaign consisted of launching the NYC Accelerator's brand new website, launching paid advertising, including both digital and out of home. We had radio ads, ads in grocery store windows, and this paid media campaign generated nearly 8 million impressions. We also developed a video series called Building Makeover with the Fairview, which is a co-op in Forest Hill, Queens. We worked in partnership with the Fairview to produce a video series that outlined their building's energy journey and experience working with the NYC Accelerator. We posted 8 videos to our LinkedIn and Twitter pages throughout Earth Week, and it resulted in approximately 20,000 impressions and 59 shares. And then to cap off Earth Week, we were thrilled and really excited to host the Earth Day press event at the Fairview Co-op in Queens on February 22nd, which is Earth Day. And speakers in attendance included Mayor Eric Adams, Mayor's Office of Climate and Environmental Justice Executive Director Kizzy Charles Guzman, and the New York City Chief Climate Officer Rohit Argawal. And then the Fairview Board President Greg Carlson, who I believe might be on the webinar right now, and many, many more. So the remarks from all the speakers focused on the launch of the Building Action NYC campaign and the importance of New York City's buildings becoming more resilient. The event resulted in an exponentially high number of media impressions, the most the program has ever received in a single month. In total, the NYC Accelerator was mentioned in 79 different media outlets, online, print articles, broadcast, in April 2022, reaching a potential audience of 240 million digital and print readers and broadcast viewers and listeners, which is pretty incredible for the program. We couldn't be more proud to have the mayor underscore the importance of decarbonizing our buildings, our city's building stock, and so thankful to all of our partners, all of you who've helped support the campaign launch, which helped make the Earth Day and Earth Week a true success this year. Now looking ahead, I'm thrilled to share a sneak peek at some campaigns that we have in the works. This is another collage of everything on during the press event. And then moving on to this year, the NYC Accelerator will launch 2 outreach and assistance campaigns. These campaigns are a combined outreach and marketing effort that use data to identify the issues in the market and hyper target to deliver solutions. They're combined, the combined marketing and outreach creates a meaningful action-driven solutions that are presented through an integrated marketing campaign. You may recall through the NYC Retrofit Accelerator, we had a successful steam heating campaign. And so this is something that we're looking to replicate this year in 2 different campaigns that we're planning. So the first one is called the Summer of Solar, and that's a working title right now. But the campaign it'll launch next month and run through the end of the summer. And the campaign is designed to address the issue that building owners and property managers may not be aware of Local Law 92 and Local Law 94, or that solar counts towards reducing Local Law 97 fines. There's a need to accelerate the adoption of solar power in the city to help meet the city goals of installing 250 megawatts of solar power for private sector capacity by 2025. We will approach this issue by developing a compelling outreach and assistance campaign to perform a portfolio analysis, identify buildings that are good candidates to install solar, and educate building decision makers on the benefits of solar and the available incentives to subsidize their solar projects. We're also going to communicate the additional advantages of deploying solar in the context of local building energy laws, as well as increase the awareness of community solar and facilitate the access to community solar projects. We'll take advantage of the recent increases of incentives for solar through the NY Sun program to continue to drive the adoption of solar. And the campaign will be marketed through a number of different marketing channels that we use for our marketing campaigns, through email, social, webpage. And so and also we're planning a series of events and building tours and workshops to educate interested parties around solar feasibility and benefits. So we're really looking forward to the Summer of Solar campaign. And the second campaign that we're launching this year will focus on Local Law 97 and decarbonization. This campaign will run, we'll do a soft launch in the next couple months, and then a full launch in the fall, looking to plan that around Climate Week in September. And some of you will be joining a session right after this, working on testing some messages to see what may work in the market. And so this campaign will address the issue that many building owners and property managers who are subject to Local Law 97 do not understand how to reach compliance or navigate the complex landscape to reach compliance. So as I mentioned, we'll develop a campaign that targets all buildings subject to Local Law 97 compliance and focus on buildings that are subject to the performance pathway specifically. And again, in terms of the marketing campaign, we're going to launch a paid media campaign similar to what we put forth during Earth Week, as well as a number of other channels to get the word out, to specifically targeting these buildings that are subject to upcoming fines in 2024. Now I am pleased to announce the launch of the NYC Accelerator Awards. This program's Decarbonization Leadership Recognition Program. The NYC Accelerator Awards are designed to recognize and award building owners and managers, service providers, and partner organizations to help advance progress and extend the reach of the program, and thus their impact on improving water, energy efficiency, promoting decarbonization, and building a green workforce. So under our expanded program, we have many stakeholders that we're looking to engage. So we've designed the NYC Accelerator Awards to address these various groups via 4 different pathways. The first one being the Building Performer Pathway. And these are for participants who are working to improve building energy and water efficiency through projects or construction planning. And this pathway is open to both new and existing buildings. The Connector Pathway is for partner organizations who help to promote decarbonization resources and extend the reach of the NYC Accelerator. The third pathway is the Training Champion Pathway. It's for stakeholders, including building operators, owners, service providers, and interns. Even building occupants can participate. So really anyone can take advantage of the NYC Accelerator or the partner trainings that Luke mentioned. And last but certainly not least is the service provider pathway. And this recognizes participating service providers in the program who are leading the way to completing more energy and water efficiency programs and projects in buildings. And as you can see on the slide, each pathway has 3 different levels: the affiliate, the partner, and the leader. And each level's activities gets a little bit more difficult and the rewards get bigger. The innovator level is a bonus level that cuts across all pathways and is intended to recognize partners who go above and beyond. The awards are cumulative, so participants receive all the rewards up to the level they achieve. Current partners and program participants are encouraged to enroll at accelerator.nyc/awards. There's just a few milestones that I'd like to highlight if you're participating or interested in participating in the program. So enrollment is open between May through January 2023. In October, we're going to open a specific form where a participant would report on your activities and unlock access to the awards. And then also in the fall, we're going to host a mid-year recognition to report on the status and deliver some preliminary awards to participants. And then the award form that I mentioned will be open from October through February 2023. And we'll host a full award ceremony and reception at next year's spring symposium to recognize all participants. And now, without further ado, I'd really like to recognize a few early participants in the NYC Accelerator Awards. If your organization is listed here, please stand up. Congratulations to our new NYC Accelerator Award recipients. In the Building Performer Pathway, we have Center's Building Office and 360 West 22nd Street Board. Both are working towards the leader level. But Center Business Office operates and owns residential care facilities and are working with our team to plan and implement multiple projects and establish a long-term energy plan. The 360 West 22nd Street Board has also been working with our team to plan and implement projects that will create long-term efficiency. They're currently reviewing solar and electrification study proposals to help them exceed their local law 97 requirements. In the connector pathway, we're recognizing Bricks and Mortals and the New York Association of Realty Managers, NYARM. Both of these organizations have already achieved the partner level by referring buildings to our program and hosting our staff for various events. Partnering with both of these organizations has truly allowed the NYC Accelerator to connect with decision makers at houses of worship and a variety of different property managers. And finally, we're recognizing 3 of our new service providers: Broad USA, Urban Strong, and Utilivisor. They've unlocked the affiliate level of the service provider pathway by being accepted into the program and helping to extend the reach of the program. As the year progresses, each of these service providers will strive to advance through the levels by reporting on projects that are tracked by the program. Each of these organizations contributed to reducing carbon emissions, extending the reach of the NYC Accelerator, and advancing energy efficiency projects in New York City. We applaud your efforts and activities and really look forward to continued partnership with you all. We'll deliver these digital badges that you see here after the event so you all can share with your networks. If you too, others in the audience, or online would like to receive recognition for your organization's efforts, again, you can sign up now at accelerator.nyc/awards. And the webpage just went live this morning and it looks great. So at this point, we're going to say goodbye to those of you who are watching online. This is where the broadcast will end. We thank you so much for joining us. virtually. Please stay in touch with us. And if you have a building or know anyone or know somebody who could really use the services of our program, please refer them to us. The QR code on the screen, which is on there now, directs directly to our refer a building page. And you can submit your referral by scanning the QR code displayed on the screen.